Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw Overrun. Last night, Larson.
What?
I downloaded a lava template.
Yeah, you showed me already.
After Effects.
It's old news for me, man.
Well, I'm telling them.
Oh, sorry. Well, you said Larson like you're talking just to me.
God, sometimes, as soon as I think you're smart, you prove me wrong.
Oh, no, I'm not smart. You should have learned that a long time ago.
Anyways, welcome back to Overrun. I want to say thanks to all the patrons out there. This should be available to the $1 and up patrons, barring some weird Patreon glitch. It will be available to $1 patron. I want to say thank you very much. We've got some kind of news to talk about.
Yeah, this is kind of a follow-up.
Should I run the non-news graphic?
Well, usually we talk. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Follow-up to the kind of stuff we were talking about in today's news show that will be up on our channel.
Here we go, non-news.
Really got to get rid of that.
We wanted a bull to crap in your mouth.
Stop. So, yeah, as I was saying,
what do you think tastes better, Cheez-Its or that Priscilla Kelly bit?
Depends what she used to gimmick the tampon.
What if it was ketchup? Then
probably the tampon.
Regular red food poisoning. I mean, coloring. Oh, no. Anyways,
this is kind of a follow-up to what we were talking about in today's show, so this made sense to include it here. There was some talk about All Elite trying to establish some sort of working deal with New Japan. Well, in today's edition, or recent edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer talks about this. We have to say, quote, New Japan has made the decision that they are going to work with Ring of Honor, and at least for right now, they are not working with All Elite, which is a really interesting dynamic because I know that even as late as a couple days ago, All Elite was kind of thinking that, maybe Kenny Omega would work for New Japan and All Elite both, and they would be able to Elite wanted to keep their talent working in New Japan and wanted to partner with New Japan on events, and that's not going to happen, at least for right now. Who knows what happens in the future, but that's the thing right now, and that may have cost them Kenny Omega.
Okay. I'm going to read way too much into this. I'm going to speculate a bit too much. What if it actually helped them get Kenny Omega? Because his friends, he's good friends with all these guys, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, he's like, guys, I am going to sign with WWE because I am confident you will be fine. New Japan will work with you. And then New Japan says, no, we don't want to work with you. You're on your own. And he's like, oh, dear, you need me. I will help you. So he signs them. I don't know. That's probably a bunch of BS. But that may have cost them Kenny Omega.
I mean, yeah, I understand your logic. It's just as likely it may have helped them keep him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like either way, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
anything,
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
But let's talk about just the nature of New Japan choosing Ring of Honor. I guess it's not terribly surprising for a couple reasons. Number one, they've had a long-standing relationship with Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Why change that now just because this new kid on the scene comes along?
Yeah.
So
and
that
granted,
makes sense.
It's got several of New Japan's top stars involved with this new thing. Nonetheless, unless New Japan sees that there's something in it for them, there's no reason for them to be in any sort of partnership with All Elite, just because they're all former New Japan talents.
Alex C. here in chat says, hasn't New Japan mostly just said no because they're still in contract with Ring of Honor until April? I don't know, but if you sort of read the that Meltzer didn't mention that as playing a role in this, so I'm assuming he just the implication is they're going to continue to work with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
There's another thing to consider with Ring of Honor is that All Elite Wrestling has a bunch of guys that you've already seen in New Japan. Ring of Honor is signing up a bunch of people you haven't seen in New Japan.
Yeah.
And so that could make them also, it's like, oh, new talent that we can look at, evaluate, work with. I mean,
it's obvious that New Japan likes Jeff Cobb a lot. They bring him on a lot.
Yeah. Who's the ring? Oh, Jay Lethal is their current world champion.
Yeah.
Cobb is their TV champion.
Yeah.
That's their secondary belt. Who are the tag team champions? The Briscoes?
Yeah, I believe so. Odds are it's the Briscoes. Yeah, they won Ladder War. They're champions.
Yeah. But you look at some names like Mark Haskins, for example. He's with Ring of Honor now. That's a guy that I think it'd be fun to see him in New Japan. Do some stuff there.
Yeah, he'd be a different type of wrestler for the junior division.
And on top of that, like, I don't know. I would imagine that everybody in New Japan, the president, I guess, Harold Meij, is probably professional enough to sort of keep personal feelings out of it. It's like, man, you guys just left us to do your own thing.
Yeah.
I doubt that there'd be any like pettiness there, but you never know,
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they already have a relationship with Ring of Honor. It's not surprising they would choose with them.
But like, say if the case is that New Japan's contract with Ring of Honor is up in April, and in the interim we hear that All Elite gets like a huge TV deal with TBS or TNT, as opposed to, I don't know what kind of TV deal Ring of Honor has. They don't broadcast here anymore. They did for a while on Destination, but now it's just their Honor Club app, and then the TV shows are up like way later than they initially broadcast, right?
Aren't we? I think, isn't Sacramento kind of the exception to that rule? Because like I thought they were on most Sinclair, I thought they were in most Sinclair markets.
No,
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't get them here. It's weird.
Yeah.
Zenith Byron asks, when is Kenny's contract up? End of this month. So February 1st, I think he's a free agent.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I keep on checking my Twitter. I know you do too, just to see if I keep an eye on Meltzer's account.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has to say here now.
Fred the Shed says, well, All Elite Wrestling is just a name at this point, so it really is a no-brainer.
And then, I mean, that's a good point too.
That's true.
Things are still changing by the minute. That was still as of 3 hours ago.
So we still don't know if that's in reference to All Elite Wrestling,
or
Kenny,
his flight,
or just his layover in Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's very, very interesting.
Yes.
Very.
Although I didn't notice if because sometimes on my Twitter timeline things are out of order. Like I have it set so everything's in chronological order.
I hate that.
But that's not a given.
It's like, what did you miss? What did you miss? Like,
so I'll get confused with something that I thought just happened like 3 days ago.
I was pretty shocked when I woke up on Saturday morning.
Oh yeah, it was a day ago that he was stuck in Honolulu.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked, like at how little New Year's Dash was trending the next day. Like nobody really had results. There was like nothing really to talk about.
The guy who covers New Japan over at WrestleZone was really into the show. He was really excited about it.
Stevie Bradley, always wanting to know the insides and outs of Going in Raw, asked, where did the tree go? Packed away? Tree's over there. Y'all want to see the tree? Press 1 if you want to see the tree, where it currently resides. I'll give you
inside the box?
A mini office tour. You can literally see it right there. All you have to do is turn your head 90 degrees. Zenith says 1. Fred the Shed, you guys going to take a break from U-Book Raw when Fun Wrestling WCW starts again? Just sounds like a lot on your plates. No, we shouldn't have to take a break. We're coming in earlier these days, which frees up an extra hour or so per day.
It should be possible. We kind of gave ourselves in our schedule going, as it was, kind of like a flex day on, either Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday. So
yeah, we generally have 2 days that we could stream games. We could do the game stuff, so we should be fine. It's just like once the holidays hit, it was like, oh man, we got all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah, and we had to, pre-produce stuff for the holidays, so on and so forth. So that kind of took over our flex days.
All right, here we go.
Zach Stolpa asks, if you were running WWE, how much would you offer Kenny? All the money.
There's the tree right there. There's tree.
And Alex C is correct. Alex C says they're quitting to become baristas. Steve is going to Starbucks like the sellout he is. Larson is going to Independent Coffee House. That's correct.
No, I said I'm going to be Twitch streamer by day, panhandler by night.
Oh, all right.
No, wait, I'm sorry. Twitch streamer by night, panhandler by day.
Christopher Ramprasad, are you going to do a live stream for TakeOver Blackpool? Don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. I might live tweet it.
We'll do a recap of it for sure.
Yeah,
but with a TakeOver NXT Prime happening and Royal Rumble happening later this month,
we need our weekends.
Yeah, we need our weekends. We like spending time with our family. I Am Panda says, how great would an Omega versus Aleister Black match be? Oh, it'd be fantastic. There's a lot of dream matches for Kenny and WWE.
So many dream matches right there. So many of
But
them.
we don't know what's going to happen. None of us knows what's going to happen.
No, we don't.
I don't even know if Kenny's made a choice yet.
Well, here's the thing. Things are changing by the minute, Larson.
Yes, and it's been established that is, in fact, not about his layover.
Here we go. Here's 411mania.com. They have their own 7 names rumored to be joining All Elite Wrestling.
Hit me.
Here we go. Number 7. We're just using somebody else's thing. Ty Dillinger.
I mean, he's under contract with WWE. So was Zack Ryder.
Number 6, Zack Ryder. Number 5, she already signed, Britt Baker.
Yeah, she signed.
She already signed. Number 4, Jim Ross.
Yeah, he's probably going to do it.
Number 3, Goldberg.
He follows him on Twitter, so he's good as signed.
Number 2, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he'll probably do stuff with him.
And number 1, Kenny Omega.
He may or may not have already agreed to a deal.
Let's see. Christopher Rappersod, power ranking 5 top guys and girls from WWE that All Elite Wrestling can buy.
Well, they're not going to be able to outspend WWE.
I think some people are going to make off like bandits, though. Like, okay, let me ask you this.
Alex C. says, imagine being a fledgling promotion and having Ty Dillinger as a flagship signing.
Like, do you think All Elite would consider Ty Dillinger a big... No, he's not like a steal. Do you think they would pay him more money than WWE?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
They shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't overspend on anybody. Like, if you're going to overspend on, like, Pentagon Jr.
Okay, let me put it
on
this
Phoenix.
way. Let me put it this way. Because I think you and I are in agreement on this one. How much does Ty Dillinger get paid a year? What's his guarantee?
Oh, I mean, $250.
$250? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Would All Elite spend $350 on him? They shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. Like 2 is probably good. I don't know if it's time. I don't know. If you don't move the needle.
Yeah, Alex C says Tyler Breeze would be better because at least he has a cult following.
Oh yeah, no, Tyler Breeze would be great. No, he'd be great because he's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
And people kind of know that. But with like Ty Dillinger, just like you'd rather go after guys like, for example, Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
Like spend that money on guys like him.
Yeah.
I Am Panda. Do you think All Elite Wrestling will go after Bandito?
Bandito already signed a deal with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he's with Ring of Honor now.
Thayer says, I feel like if Vince just stopped.
Was in one of those reports about the contract that was being offered was some measure of creative control.
Someone in chat said Meltzer said no, there was no creative control in the WWE deal.
Okay, all right.
So
that's not surprising.
Zenith Byron asks, "What's Joey Ryan up to?" Oh, did our stream down or something?
It was down for a second, but I put it back up.
Gotcha. What's Joey Ryan up to? He'd be a good addition to All Elite Wrestling, but I don't know if he'd want to give up his freedom on the independents.
Oh, who, Joey Ryan?
Yeah.
That was another thing. I'm not sure if All Elite. I mean, not all their guys are going to be exclusive, I would think. I mean, they got to bring jobbers in. Not jobbers isn't like Joey Ryan obviously wouldn't be a jobber, but yeah, I don't know what the fact that he hasn't signed.
He's still recuperating from injury though too.
Oh no! I'm talking about like throughout his career.
Oh yeah.
Like apart from certainly in the last couple of years.
I think the only did he even sign a deal with TNA when he was there?
I don't know. Or was it just like a long-term contract, or was it just an appearance thing? I would think that he easily could have gone with NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he's smart enough to understand that his gimmick is going to pay him a lot more money
on the indies, yeah.
Without that gimmick in NXT, which obviously he couldn't do.
Yeah, but there's a potential that he could get away with that gimmick in All Elite. The penis plex.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So it would just be dependent on where they land their TV deal, if they'd be cool with it. That'd be the only thing, really.
That's a good point, yeah. TNT, I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I was at
I don't know, man. They know drama.
This is a couple months ago. I was at the gym.
Well, if it's on TBS, they are what?
Very funny.
So that should be fine.
That's true. And I was at the gym like months ago, and I was on the treadmill, and up on one of the TVs, they have like 15 TVs up there. On one of the TVs was on TNT. And I don't know what the movie was or TV show, but it was fairly risque. There was side boob and there was humping going on.
Oh.
There was actual sex happening on the screen.
They know drama.
They know a lot of stuff. And I was uncomfortable because I was like, man, I'm sitting here and this is on the TV and nobody's really paying attention to it. But
There's
I'm like,
basic cable F content going on.
Right, exactly.
Right there in the gym.
It was like pretty, because it was like, I think whatever it was from something comedic. And so it was like a comedic sex scene. Yeah, I was like, well, they do that, so I guess they could do the penis flex.
Yeah. Alex C., how many emails do you think Jarrett has sent the Young Bucks about a contract with no response?
Oh, I think they'll respond to Jeff Jarrett. Why is this card the Fabulous Freebirds, but there's only one Freebird on it?
Well, there's like several Steiner Brothers cards. There's only one Steiner Brother. In fact, one has a Steiner Brother and Steiner Dog.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thayer Thabata, can you answer my question again? Because stream went down when you answered it the first time. His was about, the house show. I don't think it's the house shows the issue, or the house shows that would be the issue, so much as Kenny wants some say over his creative.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen that, like, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, they can work the schedules they kind of want, or at least are acceptable to them. They have the lighter schedules. If Kenny wanted that, I'm sure the WWE could give him a lighter schedule. That seems to be in their. Zach Stolpa, when is the Ask Steven Larson going to be uploaded? We're going to record that on Friday. We were way too exhausted to do a bonus show, but I figure Fridays can be Ask Steven Larson.
Yeah,
days.
that's good.
Yeah.
Jeff,
I'm trying to find like a thing to do each bonus episode.
Yeah, obviously.
Like
yeah.
Tuesday's Truth Exposed.
Wednesday's Chat Trivia.
Wednesday's Chat Trivia. Friday is Ask Steven Larson. And then I had something for Thursday. I forget what it was.
Oh, all right. Jeffrey Nguyen, would Arrow make appearances in All Elite Wrestling? I wouldn't be surprised.
For sure.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Absolutely. Alex C., what coffee bean do you prefer for a cappuccino? African or South American? I'm a Kenyan bean kind of guy.
I don't know that much about coffee, man.
Colombian.
I like a light roast.
I remember the first amazing coffee I had was my mom made me some from a Colombian thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, this is really good coffee. This is more than functional. It's delicious.
I like the Kona coffee from Hawaii.
Sure.
That's
the
good stuff.
finest coffee.
That's
Kona.
good stuff. Yes, yeah, Kona.
It's good. Rabbersod says, AJ Styles' contract ends after WrestleMania. Last we heard, he was in negotiations. That was like a month ago. He's probably signed a new one since then.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
He seems to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he went anywhere.
Jeffrey Nguyen is saying, I think about my Colombian coffee that I was laced with cocaína.
Oh.
Pinche cocaína. Because it's from Colombia.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's where a lot of Narcos is set.
Yeah, I know. I understand all that.
Did you hear about that story about that poor guy who was doing location scouting for Narcos season, the season I'm on right now?
Yeah.
And he got murdered?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to go to Mexico, find a place that looks very sketchy because we're going to be shooting Narcos there. Okay.
Take some pictures.
Oh, man, that's horrifying. That poor guy. He was like 30-something years old.
Yeah.
I Am Panda. Have y'all seen the video Wrestling Isn't Wrestling on YouTube? It is an interesting look at Triple H's character from start till now. Yeah, we met Triple H.
Yes.
Chloe Dykstra. Yeah. I totally forgot that she was Triple H in that. And then we
did a thing at Machinima.
And she was hosting it. And she said, I was Triple H in a video.
And we both went,
oh, yeah, that's right.
That. Yeah. Thayer Thabata, power rank WWE wrestlers that are disappointed Kenny isn't coming. AJ, Seth.
Finn,
probably. Xavier Woods.
Well, number one, Triple H and Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then number two, Xavier Woods,
for
sure, absolutely. Zach Stolpa, man, have you been watching this stuff? He said he went to an NXT house show this weekend and main event had Jessamine Duke. She can move pretty well in the ring and showed some legit talent. I've heard that as well. But did you see the Velveteen Dream's leg drop? Where everywhere
everybody's doing finishers.
Exploded the ring, and they all fell down. Yeah. I love that. There is so much flipping talent in NXT right now. It's ungodly. Freaking Top Notch and Keith Lee had a match. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
And then Keith Lee caught a Top Notch during like a moonsault. Transitioned to his finisher.
Oh, man. So good. So good. Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Really?
Oh, that's probably pretty good.
That sounds cool. Alex C thinks we won't know anything about Kenny until after the 31st of January. No, man, we're going to know within hours.
I don't know, man. He said he needed to walk away for a little bit.
Things are changing by the minute, Larson.
Doesn't mean we're going to hear anything officially.
Let me see what anybody's saying about Slice. Did we just give Slice Wrestling some rub and they really don't deserve it?
I don't know.
Is that what happened there?
I don't know, man.
Nothing since then.
I don't know what their sources are.
Me neither. Maybe it's Kenny himself.
Who knows? Where are they
already
based?
Decided.
Where are they based out of? To say on their Twitter.
No.
I don't know then.
Let's see who they're following. Pro Wrestling Tees, All Elite Wrestling. What if they're just trying to make the story happen?
Could be.
Should we break? I want him to go to WWE, so I'm going to break that he's going to WWE and see how that works out. And then I know you want him to go to All Elite, so you can break that.
Jeffrey says, did you see the WWE Performance Center video of talents doing squats? Otis can squat 675 pounds.
Oh, my God. That's not surprising. It's very impressive.
There at the bottom, I feel like if Kenny isn't going to be at the Rumble, then at the very least he'll say so because that's what we did 2 years ago. Yeah, this all kind of feels very similar to what happened 2 years ago after his first Okada match where he lost, said, I'm going to step away for a bit. People assumed that meant he was leaving New Japan. And, no, in the end, he just went back.
Mm-hmm. Wade Love, Steve W. roster member, Wade Love.
Yes.
Do we know how often All Elite Wrestling will do shows? Will those guys still be special if it's too often?
We do not know. We don't know any details. None.
Unknown.
So we'll see what they have to say tomorrow.
I would assume this is my. Let's just take a guess because this show is nothing without baseless speculation.
Yeah,
Larson,
that's all we do.
For Wade Love's question here. Obviously, we're looking. I think we're going to look at a weekly 2-hour pro TV show, punctuated by quarterly pay-per-views.
I'm gonna go 1 hour TV show.
Interesting.
Quarterly pay-per-view.
Interesting.
Quarterly
or
all-in shows.
Maybe you know what? Maybe the all-in shows. If so, their main money is going to be through TV.
Yes.
Maybe to make those shows even more special, 2 pay-per-views a year, 2 all-ins a year, or 1 all-in a year.
It's like their Mania.
Super special Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good idea.
In a couple of years, they add another one. I don't know. But then they followed a lot of those venues on Twitter, so I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Alex C. That is kind of a concern, though.
That's what it feels like right now.
It'd be kind of funny if they don't manage to get anyone. And our main event tonight, once again, is Hangman Page versus Christopher Daniels.
They're like in perpetual touring house show state.
Right.
Where it's the same matches.
What if they become the and one of wrestling?
There you go.
What if they took my idea and said, hey, we've got this great group of wrestlers. Let's travel around and fight local enhancement talents or local talents.
See if they can impress us, yes.
Yes.
Zach Stopa, what's the best case scenario for TV deals? Any specific network? Anything on par with TBS or TNT?
Best case is TNT.
Which is in basically every household.
Yeah.
And, anywhere upwards of $100 million. That would be huge for them.
I mean, yeah, that'd be huge. I wonder if $100 million is realistic.
I don't know.
Because I honestly do not know.
I'm not saying $100 million a year. I mean $100 million over 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
$30 million, something like that.
Yeah.
Nate Morris will be pre-recorded. Yeah, I imagine they will do their TV tapings.
Is that one guy who didn't want WCW on television? Is he gone from Time Warner?
That was a very long time ago, so I'd suspect yes.
Whatever happened to that guy? Will the TV show pre-recorded? Almost certainly.
Yeah, they'll do tapings.
It would have to be. Yeah, they'll do tapings. They can't do that live every week.
No. I think that'd be one of the draws of working there too. Is that you fly to whatever destination they're having the TV tapings at once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Adam Darwin, do you think that All Elite Wrestling will have a similar title ranking to WWE or New Japan or something out of the box? What would be your ideas for an out of the box title system? Are you saying as opposed to top, mid, tag, women's?
Well, I mean, what if they did rankings like UFC does?
I would like that. I think that'd be cool. Move up and down in the rankings, have fights, and that affects your rankings.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that idea a lot.
Mm-hmm. So if you're number one contender, you really are number one contender instead of just winning a arbitrary match.
Mm-hmm, yeah. No, I like that idea. Like I said, I'm looking forward to All Elite. I hope they get some good guys. I just would rather see, my personal thing is I'd rather see Kenny as a selfish fan, as an entitled fan.
Well, that's how I felt the other day. It felt bittersweet that
sure,
if this was it for him in New Japan.
Yeah.
No, Zenith Byron, we see intergender matches in All Elite Wrestling.
We saw some intergender play in at All In
over the budget battle royal.
So I think they'll probably do it there too.
I Am Panda says, I like to think the managers of All Elite Wrestling would be the two jerks that yell at people from behind the camera on being the elite.
Who is that? Is that is Kazarian one of them? Is it Kazarian and Daniels?
I don't know.
I forget who those are.
Jeffrey says point systems like in soccer. Alex E. Jordan Grace would have been a huge get for them. I know at this point, so many of the talents from All In are signed with Impact now.
I know.
I don't know who they'll be able to get.
I know.
And on the nature of their Impact deals. Zenith Byron, so World Championship title shots for women too. Why not?
Oh, God.
What? Oh, my God. Is that Abyss and Eli Drake?
Oh,
Jeepers.
God.
Apparently Eli Drake had a bunch of thumbtacks in his back, too.
Yeesh. Yeah, I think Eli Drake just signed a new contract with Impact like less than 6 months ago.
Yeah.
We should do this. We should just like live stream us looking at Twitter, waiting for Kenny news to drop.
Iconic Bud Ryan. Will Papa Buck be the Jim Johnston of All Elite Wrestling? Pretty much.
I hope not. Let's see here.
Alex C., do you think it almost feels like the speculation about All Elite ran on so long that other promotions got scared and busted out the big deals for others?
I think there's a possibility of that. Mm-hmm. Yes. I think some wrestlers made out pretty handsomely just because of the speculation. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep.
Alex C. says, part of me wonders if that was the plan all along, Cody sacrificing his rep and money to get every other wrestler on the indies a better deal.
I don't know. You have to. Well, it depends on when they kind of conceived of All Elite Wrestling. Was it in the aftermath of All In when they saw what a success it was?
Oh yeah. I mean, we had seen. I think right after All In or right before All In, maybe it was during the press in the lead up to All In, that I think most of them said we have no. And granted, this isn't them starting their own promotion. This is somebody else starting a promotion that they will be heavily involved in.
Yeah, Cody said, I think he said, my dad made that mistake, and I'm not going to do that.
Right, exactly, so. Yeah. But if you have somebody, hey, here's a bunch of money, go play, then, that's great.
Christopher Rampersad, could we see All Elite and TNA working together?
If TNA is... Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. If All Elite Wrestling ends up frozen out of New Japan and Ring of Honor, then it would benefit them just for the sake of adding. I mean, look, nobody that watches Impact doesn't know about All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
But if you want to add some fun stuff to your product, then by all means have a program with Moose or Sammy Callahan. There's some really, really great names in Impact.
Brian Cage.
So I think it would benefit them. It's just a matter of, do they see an appeal there?
Yeah.
Can we see some All Elite wrestlers at Triple Mania?
That'd be great.
Ideally. That'd be great. What tag team in AAA would you like to see fight the Young Bucks? Just some clowns, I guess.
Psycho Clown and Murder Clown, man.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Wagner Jr., take him on himself.
Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Christopher Daniels. A couple of old guys going at it. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, that'll be good stuff.
Anyways, we got to figure out what we're doing the rest of the day. Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.